I'll sing my, I'm not going to sing my song, Val, but I would share the lyrics. Not that it's uplifting, but, or whatever, it's just so unbelievable. Making wars on races, nations, and children. $1 trillion in defense. Genocide institutions, religions, nations take us away. Taking us away. No unity of man and nature anyway. False speakers, fake news everywhere. Call out the whistleblowers and make you fail. Where you stand, pollution, disease, people, we're never really free. History repeats, and all these silly beliefs. Everything's money, body, mind, they steal. Everybody, everything has got an answer, and they're with the power phone media call deal. Attention span, short-sighted theater hall. No one's listening to the real song, they're just on the dole. Censorship, porn, it's all at every turn. Children, TV watching all the ugly words. Swear words are prevalent. Popular horror movie programs us to the future world. Wake up, be smart, or be a seer. We're real aware. Natural, universal, solar life is real. Only solar life is real. Who you are is more than unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's a new you rap, modern day rap. There's a video I was just watching yesterday. It was called a rustic village or eco-village. It was in Hawaii on the Big Island. And this woman named Kirsten Dirksen travels the world finding these very unusual communities and housing. It's really pretty cool what she does. She really visits the really interesting good ones and off the grid ones and unusual creative architectures and all of that. It's, on YouTube. I'll write down her name here. So she went to this this place in Hawaii. It's the southernmost point in the United States, which Hawaii is, but the southernmost point of the island of Hawaii. And I lived there in 1980, 81. And I was starting to, I had a tent with me, which was not a, what you'd think of as, it was a larger tent, octagon shape or round arch shaped, made out of not tarp, but exactly canvas. Anyway, I started to live or wanted to live that way there in the Big Island, but I didn't do it. It wasn't actually the right material or what have you. And so that was in the early 80s. And this guy started this community in the southern part, which is also near where the volcano is. The volcano's in the southern part of the Big Island, the Kilauea, but it's not exactly where this guy's place is. And he built an eco-village, he calls it, or they call it. And he built all these really interesting little houses and buildings or structures. He's got one that's underneath a bush. It's completely covered by a tree or bushes, so you can't see it. And a whole bunch of others. A really interesting way of doing stone glass, with stone, that is, with windows part of it, instead of all stained glass, which is what I mean to say, and glass mixed. And he's created a technique for doing that, which looks beautiful. And the whole place is just great. It's got fruit trees and everything else around there that he lives on. He doesn't have a refrigerator, and he doesn't buy anything hardly. He says, I don't, if I get somebody giving me a price that's too much, you know, or sounds exaggerated, or they want you to pay for something that they could give, he didn't do it. I've done something similar like that here with the shed I built. I got it from all materials that I gathered from all over the place, and windows and doors and wood and tin roof, stuff like that. So it's that part's similar, but he did beautiful, and he's got this place there. And it's self-sustaining, and they have a lot of, they've got gardens and lots of trees, and Hawaii, that part of the island is very isolated. It's not easy to get to. And I wish I had known about this guy when I was there. I was there for 5 years, on or off on that island. And so I'm curious about what we've got going here. I wanted to also share that environmental aspect of building and creating, and so forth. And there's another one called Thrifty Mountain that came up in the same set of videos that pop up, how they do when YouTube pops onto you with something that you look for, and then they send you all the stuff about it, similarities and other activities that are related. So that's kind of what I wanted to present. I'm going to go over to the YouTube and gather this video and put it in here for you guys to look at, anybody to look at. And it's a permaculture, related, of course. And there's a lot of interesting things there which could be done. And another one has to do with the water, how to do the water supply, and also air conditioning, which you can do without electricity, putting pipes into the ground. Basically, I was watching another video about that. You put pipes in the ground, and then the pipes get the cold air underground, and you open it up at night so that the cool air comes up and cools down the house, and so forth. It's pretty simple. Digging and put the pipes underneath the cut and come it over. And you've got indoor air conditioning or cooling, daytime cooling, of course. Right, you put it on during the day to keep things cool. So that's it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get interrupted, so I'm going to have to stop. But thanks, Val. That's what I wanted to say. If you have anything to share, I'm listening. I'd like to know what you guys are doing, or something related to that you want to share with us, or me. Thanks, Val.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, I was just listening to DUANE the other day describing the self-sufficient communities that he's planning, and we're planning, and mainly about educating them to be self-sufficient. The education part is very important.
Hey, Dan.
I've known, well, Findhorn, if you're familiar with Findhorn, one of the first self-sufficient communities. I think it's in England. It's still around. And then I visited another place in Arizona when I took a friend back to her house. uh, which was kind of stuck in time, but they had all these great ideas about self-sufficiency, but it was kind of just stuck there. And Finhorn too, it's been around, but it's just kind of stuck. It doesn't get a lot of press, purposely probably, but these things are good in itself because they're helping the earth, but they don't have the connection that we do, which is important. We're looking and referencing to something more expansive than just saving the earth, which again is important, but we provide a lot more than that. And that's where some of these places are just kind of, like this one place is just kind of stuck in time. I don't know if it was the funding or whatever, but it was just kind of, you had all these great ideas, but just kind of sitting there. It needs people with enthusiasm and motivation to see, more and to kind of be with what's going on now with life and the consciousness of the people and all that. So that's where we come in. We have more of a bigger viewpoint, and we can use the environment and these self-sufficient communities to help wake people up and give them the potential and opportunity to see more. But that's good, Peter.